Welcome to Adelaide Tonight Live with your hosts Scott John and Big Al.
Good evening, buddy. How are you, mate?
Doing extremely well, mate. Doing extremely well. Look at us working on a public holiday, getting double time.
King's birthday Monday. Is that what it is?
Yes, I think so. Yes, it's this one, and also
looks like your internet's on public holiday as well.
So,
I don't know what you said there, but
yes,
it was a bit Max Headroom. It was a bit Max Headroom.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Hopefully it improves.
I've got the face for it.
Yes.
Yes.
What did you say there? What have you done today?
Oh, nothing much. I was just saying that it's it was. I really don't know what I'm saying, to be honest. But look, it's a public holiday, so
it's a public holiday. I've just been cleaning out the garage. That's what I've been doing.
Oh,
going through,
lovely.
Yeah, finding out all sorts of things I thought I'd lost years ago.
Yeah,
so
right.
It's always fun. I think we've got our first guest lined up. And we'll go straight to him because it's a very special guest. We were a bit worried he wasn't going to show. But ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Ross Noble. Hey!
Oh, hi, how's it going?
How are you?
Mate?
I'm very well, thanks. That's always a good sign when you connect to the internet and you hear somebody go, "We were worried he wasn't going to show up." Are you? Were you doing it? Were you doing an introduction where you were basically saying our first guest is incredibly flaky and might not bother? Was it a technical issue? Were you worried about my mental health? Have you seen me just wandering through the streets of Adelaide and gone, "Oh, hang on, this fella is not going to turn up"? Had there been reports of sightings of me shouting at passers-by? What was the reason for the worriedness?
You're just riding the pigs and run a mole.
We were just having a couple of minor technical issues at the start of the show, so we thought, hopefully Ross isn't having these same issues. Yeah. So where are you at the moment?
I'm in Adelaide.
You are in Adelaide.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know if
lovely.
you can tell. I'm actually I'm sitting on the conveyor belt of a local crematorium.
Right.
These it was the only place I could get signal. So these curtains open up, and I've just broken it. So these will open up, and I'll slowly disappear. I'll disappear into the. This is a full visual medium. Anyone that's listening to this is a podcast. I'd like to describe. I'm in front of a very sort of unusual curtain arrangement. I'm actually sitting on the lap of a giant bridesmaid.
All right.
Yeah, this is the shiny outfit. No,
it's going to be revealed out of week.
It's Adelaide out there. Yeah,
beautiful.
But I was going to try and do it. You know, when you see somebody and they have the fake background behind them.
Yeah.
But the trouble is, if I pull that back, you can see the reflection of the hotel room, which currently looks like my case exploded. So I thought I'd pull this down, but it's nice. I'm here as
you're in
Noarlunga
tomorrow, aren't you? Is it Noarlunga?
I am. This is Ross Noble's tribute to Chiffon.
Yes,
that's right. I've had that. You would not believe how many 1970s cabaret stars had to be killed just to present this. Yes, I am. I'm in Noarlunga. I'm very excited. Actually, I'm in Noarlunga, and then I'm also going to be in
Port Pirie, I think.
I'm going to be in Port Pirie, and I'm in Whyalla as well.
Whyalla on
brilliant.
Saturday night.
A nice little regional kind of tour, which is
look, here's the thing, right? I do like it down here, but I'm especially excited because I recently got into, well, not recently, it's a couple of years now, but I'm into scuba diving, right?
Yeah.
Have you seen the show, the shark show that they're doing on Channel 9 at the moment? Have you seen that show?
No,
I haven't. No.
Channel 9 will be very pleased with with the reach of their programming cost them a fortune.
Yeah. No, I just watch YouTube.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. People are doing that now, aren't they? I mean,
Yeah.
it's tricky. You can spend a fortune on that, or you can go, well, I can just turn on YouTube. But what I like about the YouTube is it's so specific, is the fact that you can literally, you can kind of go, nobody would commission a show that was just about vacuum cleaners in Latvia,
Yeah.
and somebody's on there going, oh my God, this Latvian vacuum cleaner channel has had it's had 2 million hits, It's
Yeah.
It's
So
crazy.
Big Our Watch is a channel, and it's a guy that cleans drains.
Yeah, Drain
Have you
Cleaner
seen him?
Australia. Oh, he's
Yes,
fantastic.
Is,
So good.
have you seen the one where he puts the is that the one where
He's got
puts
the German.
chain he puts the chain through and he has a tire and he drags the tire through
Oh,
and
God,
it
yeah.
unblocks the whole thing?
That's
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
Yeah, we used to do massive drains, and now he's got Mr. Plungy, and he'll get his jocks out and start. Yeah, he's
What?
Bruce the plumber. He's called.
He gets his jocks out. Do you mean they're stuck in the drain?
Oh, well, sometimes they're in there, but no, he takes his jocks off and clean stuff up, and yeah. No.
Are you sure this is on YouTube? This is not OnlyFans. So he turns up with a big plunger and gets his jocks out. I'm sorry. I was informed this was a family show. Anyway, the point I was making was that there's a show on Channel 9 at the moment, and I did the original, I keep calling it the original version. It started as a British TV show. It was on last year before, and they've remade. I was trying to come up with a frame of reference for you, but then I've just realised that you haven't seen it. So anyway, it's a bunch of celebrities, and they learn to scuba dive, and then they go diving with tiger sharks and hammerheads.
Jeez.
So I went and did that, and all out in the Bahamas, by the way. I've just got to point out.
Wow.
So if you get Scotty Cam on here, you can ask him, what was it that appealed to you? What was it that appealed to you about the 3 weeks in the Bahamas that you were filming for? But anyway, so I did that, and I get obsessed with things. Really got into scuba diving, and then one of the camera people, because it's all the same people that did all the Attenborough stuff, and then so one of the crew was telling me, she was saying how that Whyalla has got the biggest the breeding of giant cuttlefish. And I'm
we were
obsessed
talking
with
about this last week. I think they've got a cuttlefish festival.
Yeah.
Up that way
at the moment.
I believe
right.
so.
Yeah.
It's a festival, an annual festival.
Well, I'm upset. They're incredible. I mean, you probably talked about this. People will be tuning into this, just going, "Oh, we heard all this last week."
No, we didn't talk about it for long, because Big Al thought I was talking about cuddling fish. That was he was going to cuddle fish.
Weird, but,
He thought it was a festival about cuddling fish.
You've got to be careful which fish you cuddle, of course. Have you got a thing for mermaids? And you just you get caught cuddling a fish. You just go, "Oh, sorry, I thought it was a mermaid." Yes, well. Yeah, exactly. I was only pushing the sheep through a hole in the fence. The cuttlefish, they're incredible. So there's giant cuttlefish, and they can change colour. They're like a chameleon, but they can change colour, but they can also change texture as well. So, and they split themselves so they've got this thing where they can split their colour camouflage in two. So you can look at a cuttlefish this way, and he's all brightly coloured because he's trying to entice the lady cuttlefish, and then it turns that way, and he's then putting up defences against the other cuttlefish. And
I like that act. I don't know if you've ever seen Red Faces. She was like a bloke on one side, and then
Oh, thank
jumps
God you
around
said
and a
that.
man on the other
Yeah.
side.
I thought you were going to talk about the Jackson Jive.
No,
there.
no, I wasn't.
Oh God, no! Do you remember Red Fist? Oh no, please.
Yeah.
We need to
No.
we need to stop talking about that. This
I
the
wasn't.
most offensive act the only way that could have been more offensive is if the end of the act, Michael Jackson, that they had stopped singing and then they'd gone into his recreational pursuits.
Oh
And they
God.
just gone, whoa, well,
Yeah.
at
It's
what
like,
point, at what point would the Jackson Jive, at what point would they have had to have gone? How far would they have had to have gone before Daryl Summers went, oh, actually, this is offensive? Do you know what I mean? They would literally they'd have to bring out a small puppet of Macaulay Culkin. He'd be like, right, stop now, stop. They cut. And then that
Oh,
knee thing would appear and just go, oh, that's not acceptable. That's not acceptable.
that
Anyway,
knee
the point
thing.
is that knee, I don't know. Anyway, you had him on, didn't you? That's what I was thinking.
No,
About.
yeah,
Anyway,
we had the cartoonist on last
yes,
week.
Andrew
yeah,
Farr.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's
Yeah.
right.
Five.
With it,
Yeah.
just drawing a picture, saying, when will anything be too far for Darren? And so yeah, so I become obsessed with. So I did the shark show. I learned to scuba dive. So what I've been doing is I organised a load of gigs up in Queensland, so I could do the show and then I could dive in the daytime and I could go
Yeah.
down and look
That's
at sharks
great.
and whatnot. And
Yeah.
then so I played. I did a whole month in Adelaide last year, and then
Mm.
so I've also trying to get to all the places I haven't been to for ages. And I thought, right, here's what I'll do. The giant cuttlefish, they'll be migrating. I'll be able to do a couple of shows, regional South Australia. Then I
Yeah.
head down to Whyalla. I can dive with the cuttlefish, and then I can do a show that night in Whyalla. Be able to talk about it on stage. Be exciting. It'll be a thing. I get an email this morning saying from the people down there saying we ain't seen no cuttlefish yet. They haven't turned up.
Oh no.
I've been stood up. I've been stood up by cuttlefish.
They're waiting.
So
They're waiting
ho-
for you to arrive.
So hopefully,
Surely you could.
I'm.
Can you just chuck a couple in?
Oh
Just
God, yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure
yeah.
they've got a tank of them, and they just sort of. So yeah, so basically, I'm hoping I've organised all these gigs to come down here, and I drove. I was doing a show in Wagga, so I drove across from Wagga. So it's taken me 2 days. I've 2 days I've driven to get to Adelaide,
Wow.
and
Wow.
looks like there might not be any cuttlefish.
Ah.
But anyway, the gig.
You know what
the gig-
Noarlunga is famous for? Well, this is what it's famous for to my generation, late 40s.
Right.
There used to be, like a Wet and Wild in Queensland, big water park.
Yeah. Water
We
park,
had
yeah.
one, and it's closed down now. But if you mention it, they'll know it. It was called Splashdown.
Ooh.
But it was the
Splashdown.
Noarlunga version, Splashdown, but it only had
Right.
2 water slides: the Orbiter and the Screamer.
Oh.
And they advertised it on telly. You know it, don't you, Big Al?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Bring in mum and dad too.
Bring mum and
talk
dad
about-
too. That
yeah,
was the
that's right,
slogan.
little catchphrase.
That's
Yeah.
the minimum requirement for a children's water park. It's like you just go, come to Splashdown, drop the kids off in the water, and leave them unattended for the day. There's a brilliant documentary. Have you seen the documentary called Class Action Park?
Oh, I have. Yes.
Yeah,
it's
brilliant.
It's so good.
So
It's
good. It was
scary,
I
isn't
think
it? Like it's
upstate New York, was it? I think.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
it was a place in the 70s and the 80s called Action Park, and it was the most dangerous theme park on the planet. The guy was building his own water slides, and there was this
Yeah.
thing where, and they were paying the staff like $300 to test it out, and
Yeah.
these people were going down. They were doing a loop the loop, but then they were smashing their faces because they were hitting the loop so much. Then the next guy came down, and his back was all bleeding. He couldn't work out what it was, and his back was cut because of the teeth from the guy who had been in there previously. It's insane. But yeah, I heartily recommend. Yeah, Class Action Park. Check that out. Put that on your reading list. On your reading list. On your viewing list.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's so good. It's
Yeah.
bloody scary. Like it's
it's
people were
very
coming out
good.
with the like broken arms and legs and
Yeah.
it's a bit like
Yeah.
an old school playground, but with water included.
Yeah. It's brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well. I'm
So to
glad
answer your question, yes, I will be in Noarlunga.
That's all. That's the only thing I remember about Noarlunga. I think they've still got a bowling club there. Yeah,
okay, you're not really selling it. A closed down water park and a bowling club. Brilliant. It's sounding post-apocalyptic, if I'm honest.
Well, we're not very good with theme parks in South Australia. None of them seem to last. No. We had Puzzle Park. So we get Corey, this guy, local guy, on sometimes, and he broke into Puzzle Park and found it was exactly as it was 20 years ago, so he was going down these rusty slides, and
right.
that was our big theme park.
Puzzle Park sounds like the sort of place where we've opened Puzzle Park. No one can work out how to get in.
Yeah. Or get out.
Closed out after a week. But you've got some good tours. Have you still got the big rocking horse, haven't you?
Yeah, we had the owners of the rocking horse on here one night.
Of course you did.
Show one.
Right after the cuttlefish. It was
brilliant. Cuttlefish, rocking horse, the guy off here. I've managed to talk about everything so far that you've had on the show. I'm slightly worried
you've
now.
given us a recap, which is all our shows. Brilliant. It's fantastic. It's
and we also used to have a theme park at the top of a shopping centre in the city, the Maya Centre, Dazzeland. Do you know about Dazzeland? Dazzle.
I don't know.
Dazzle.
Let me guess. Was it? It was a large dark room, and then they would shine a torch in your face and charge you for them. You go, oh God, it's been bright, isn't it? Welcome to Dazzeland. Was it a car with its high beams on, and you're just like, oh God, I don't know what's happening.
No, they had a roller coaster. And they had a roller coaster.
In the actual...
the top two floors of the Maya Centre in the Rundle Mall, which is still there. If you go in there and head to the top, you can see the remnants. There's not much there now, but there used to be a roller coaster. Yeah,
isn't there
cars.
Isn't there like a Lincraft? Isn't there a sort of fabric shop up there?
Yes, there is.
Now.
Can't remember which one it is, but yeah. I think it was where that was. Where that was used to have like a train that you could go around. It was a theme park, 2-story theme park right at the top.
I'm going to look that up because where I grew up, there was a shopping centre. It was the biggest shopping centre in Europe at one point, and it was called the Metro. It's still there, the Metro Centre. But when I was a kid, when it first opened, they had a place called Metroland, and that had that was one of the few. That had an indoor. Yeah, that was an indoor theme park with. It was mad. It was like a roller coaster, and it used to go down past the people trying to have a bit in the food court.
Metroland. It sounds like the bus and train are about to rock up. If it was in Adelaide.
No, it's got such of the It was a very slow roller coaster, and you you had to ring the bell when you wanted to get off.
And if you sat in the middle, you spun around a bit. Another bit in the middle.
You know what? I'm gonna make a note of this because I love things like that. Dazzeland.
If you chuck it into YouTube, you'll find loads of videos of it. Yeah.
Brilliant! Quality. I'm gonna have a look. Oh yeah, Dazzeland. Look at that. Yeah. What? So the roller coaster went right around the. Now here's what I love because I love watching. Here's another YouTube thing. I love watching the abandoned. The abandoned building ones.
Yeah. Oh yes, the mansions and.
Yeah, and there's a great one on it's a great one on the TV actually called Abandoned Engineering and Abandoned
Yeah.
Americana, where
Yeah.
they do they do it properly. But that's got a real but what I often do is I'll often look on the at like old theme parks and then see when they close down. Often they'll sell on to sort of family owned theme parks. They'll sell the exhibits on. So I bet you Dazzeland roller coaster. I bet you that was bought by someone. That'll be in a regional shopping centre somewhere. I guarantee you.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be
There's a
surprised.
some of the bits. There's a shop, and I can't remember if you know what suburb it's in, but there's a shop that has all these leftover bits from broken down theme parks. And so we had Magic Mountain, which was at
Right.
Glenelg, and it was everybody used to call it the Big Poo because it was just a big brown mountain with a water slide in
Right.
it. And all the
Okay.
leftover bits are now in a shop.
The Youngies, I believe, down
yes.
Sullivan Beach Road, something like that. So
That's it,
It's
the
near
Youngies.
Noarlunga. It's near Noarlunga. So
It's near
there we go.
Noarlunga.
I'm going. I'm
There we
going.
Yeah, go.
You'll
Yeah.
you'll turn up
Report
to my
back.
gig and you'll just go. He's bought himself a roller coaster.
Well, if you go there and you want to report back next week, feel free.
You know what? You know what we should do? We should send down the guys from the Jackson Jive. We should send them down there to pretend it's Neverland.
I'm pretty sure they're under witness protection these days.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. It's one of my favorite jokes that I did. I was doing a run of gigs in the West End in London, and I was in this theatre on Shaftesbury Avenue, right in the middle of West End. I was there for 6 weeks doing my show, and then next door was the Michael Jackson musical, right? And I would do Monday to Saturday. Now I have a Sunday off, and then the Jackson people, they used to do Monday to Sunday, and they'd have the Monday off. So often there was these diehard fans, and they went to the show every night. They wouldn't be
Yeah.
there, and they would just watch the show, and they dress up in all the Michael Jackson gear. And then there was one night they all because they had the Monday night off from going to see the show. They obviously thought, oh well, why don't we as a group go and see Ross's show next door? So I walk out, so the whole of the front row was people in the and they got their gloves on, and they're all in the Michael Jackson t-shirts. And I came out at the start, and I just went, "Is this?" I said, you're at the wrong show. And they went, yeah, no, we normally go next door. We go every
Yeah.
night. Tonight
Yeah.
we thought we'd come and see you. Now it turns out Michael Jackson fans, their sense of humor, they don't like a joke at Michael's expense. It turns out. So I told this joke, it's one of my favorite jokes. And here's the thing, right? So when Michael Jackson, when he died, well, before he died, they heard the 911 call comes in. They've said, quick, come quickly. Michael Jackson, he's not breathing. We need a paramedics to turn up. So the two paramedics, they're driving up the driveway of Neverland. One of them turns to the other one. He goes, "Oh my God, this is a bit tricky, isn't it?" And he goes, "Yeah, it is. It is a bit tricky." He said, "Right, this apparently not breathing." He said, "Oh, it's tricky. The whole thing's tricky." And the first guy goes, "Oh, right. What are we going to try first?" And the other one goes, "I reckon the roller coaster." So it's a great joke, right? Big Al didn't even crack his face there. What we're going to try first? The roller coaster. Is this thing on? Anyway, is that going to pan off you, Alan? There's a Michael Jackson poster behind you.
Yeah.
Anyway, put it this way. I don't know. I never got to hear the sound of a single white glove clapping. They were not happy. They were not happy with me at all. And then for the rest of the show, they sat there with stony faces. They looked at me with no movement in their faces whatsoever, as a tribute to Michael himself.
They're a bit. Some Michael Jackson fans are a bit scary, aren't they? You don't want to get on their wrong side.
Yeah, they certainly do appreciate his work and his
They
life.
do. They do. They do.
Did they take the glove off and slap you across the face? I demand you to a duel. It's
Yeah, that's
Is that what
yeah.
that was
It
about?
was
Oh,
yeah. They were from the 17th century,
yes.
traveling through time. There's not enough of that going on. I think.
Yeah.
I think you should be allowed. I think that if a fight breaks out in a pub, if it turns out that you have slapped somebody around the cheeks with a velvet glove
yeah,
beforehand, I think you shouldn't be. That should be taken into consideration in court.
yeah, totally right. Even
Yes.
worse if it's
Yeah.
a welding glove. That would really hurt. But it's,
Oh yeah. Yeah. But then wearing a welding mask in a fight is not really acceptable, is it?
Not fair.
Something like
No,
that. Turn up to a
unfair.
boxing match with a full welding mask on.
Yeah.
it's a great idea though.
Oh God, yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Well, that's the thing. I always think, you get you get these Pauline Hanson types, and they're banging on about we should ban the burqa, and it's like we should ban all face coverings. You have to think about the welding community as a kind of a fallout from that. You know what I mean?
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
that's all very well saying we're banning face coverings, but then there'd be a lot of I'm just saying there'd be a lot of people getting their eyes burnt out. Do you know what I mean? What
Yes.
I'm
Yeah,
saying,
retinas
Yeah.
what
burned.
I'm saying is that if you start going around shouting "ban the burqa," then you'll never be able to watch a professional performance of the musical Flashdance. You know,
I've never
Yeah.
and
seen
these
Yeah.
are
Flashdance.
the
Yeah.
these are the sort of political things I think about a lot.
Yeah. No, that's a
Yeah,
good point. Well made.
thank you.
So Ross is in Noarlunga. I had a look. There's only about 10 tickets left. But the weird thing
Okay.
is they're all in the front row. I don't know why, but the front row, there's about 10 seats available as we speak if anyone's thinking of going.
Oh,
And the rest of the theatre's completely full with
right.
just the
Okay.
odd one. Yeah. So I don't
Well,
know. Is
that's
that a
weird.
usual thing? Yeah.
Well, I think what it is, I don't think I've played No Longer before. And the thing with my show is that like normally places where I've been a lot, the front row sells out straight
Right.
away. They're
I
the
would have thought
first
so.
ones. Yeah, they're the first ones. But I talk to the audience, and I like to involve the audience in the show. The show doesn't have a theme, as you could probably tell. I'm not the I'm even in conversation, I'm not hugely linear. So yeah, it's one of those things where I like to talk to the audience, I like to bounce off the crowd, I like to chat to people. And I think what happens is when it's like if it's a place that I haven't been before, I think there's a real thing nowadays with stand-up where there's a lot of people, and especially the rise of sort of really bad just sort of bad crowd work on you
Yeah.
watch on Instagram and TikTok, and it's somebody on stage basically being mean to people in the
Mm,
audience,
Yeah.
hey, what's your deal? And then they'll just do something where the person will say, what do you do for a living? And the person will just say something, and then they'll just slag them off. And you
Yeah.
go,
Yeah.
whereas what I like to do is I'll talk to the person and they might say something, and that'll take me off on a tangent
Yeah.
that could become. I weave it into the show. It comes
Yeah.
back. It becomes a thing. So it's one of those things where, in places where people see me before, they can't wait to sit in the front row because it's one of those things where they think, "Oh, this is brilliant. This is because I take what I do is like if I talk to somebody in the audience." I'll turn them into the star of the show. They'll be the hero of the piece,
Yeah,
It'll be
I
that
took
thing of
my
like,
mm.
son to see you last year, 12, his first comedy show, and he loved it because you did. You spoke to him for about
oh,
20 minutes or something,
oh,
and
did
he
I?
absolutely, yeah. And then we bumped into you in the garden of Unearthly
Yeah,
Delight
yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
and you carried on. You found him
Yeah,
and
that's
carried
right.
on. It was because he
Yeah,
had
yeah,
a
yeah.
Green Day shirt on, and you were talking to him about. He
Oh,
loved it.
yes.
I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
I have said to him, if we go see other comedians, it's not like that.
yeah.
But he
That was,
loved
was
it.
was that his first ever stand-up show?
It was, yeah,
Oh my
yeah,
God.
yeah. No, he loved it.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
loved
yeah.
it.
That's a
And
bit
he
of
was
a
paying attention, and there was a lady 2 seats down who looked at her mobile phone or took a call at one point. And yeah, she didn't get such a nice reception.
Yeah, yeah, but you know what though? That's acceptable because that's just
Yeah,
rude.
yeah.
Because it's
Well,
not
that was
just it's not just rude for me, but it's rude for all the other people. It's that thing of like
yeah,
you pull your phone out at any sort of show, you're like, come on. So,
yeah,
but yeah,
yeah,
exactly that, and especially like 12, like young kids. It's one of those things where if you come to a show. You're
yeah,
gonna, especially if you come to a show with your dad. It's one of those things where the potential, everything's embarrassing at that age, like for most kids. So it's one of those things where they come to the show, and it's the same as like people might be on a date. If you're on a date, you don't want to sit there while somebody on stage basically belittles you in front of
yeah,
the person that you're trying to impress. So
Yeah,
it's one
that's
of those
right.
things where like if you come to one of my shows and you sit in the front row, you're on a first date. I find out you're on a first date. I'm bigging you up throughout the show. Do you know what I mean? I want you to have,
yeah,
I want everyone to have a great night. And then those people to go, oh my God, we came on our first date, we came to see you, and then this happened, and then it's all about like it's all about creating something rather
yeah,
than so yeah. But like I say, in places where I haven't been before, where people might have only seen me on the telly or online, and they kind of go, oh, don't know if I want to sit, don't want to sit. The one that makes me laugh is when you'll get some theaters where people will book the second row, and then it looks like on the thing like you basically book the second row thinking, oh, that's we'll sit there, and then that way there'll be people in front of us, whatever. But sometimes the front row seats in some of the smaller venues, they might only be there for like accessibility things. There might be wheelchairs and
yeah,
whatnot, and then if
yeah,
they're not used, you just go, I take them out. We're not using them for that. And then the
yeah.
people who thought they were in the second row are like, where's the first row gone?
It wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Uh,
if anyone's watching and they're thinking about, even if they're in Adelaide and they want to go for a drive up to Noarlunga, jump on now and you'll be able to sit in the front row tomorrow
Yep.
night. Yeah,
yeah.
that's your only choice. That's your only choice. There's a couple of seats down
Yeah.
there.
Ross Noble,
And
date friendly. So
yes,
that's
date friendly. Date
yeah, date
friendly.
night
Absolutely.
Yeah.
friendly.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then Ross is in Whyalla and where was the other place? Port Pirie?
Port
Port
Pirie.
Pirie.
Yeah.
Port
Lovely.
Pirie. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Which,
Thank you
by the
so
way,
much.
I was just going to say quickly, I was in Port Pirie in 2007. And while I was there, I was chatting to the audience, and I spoke to this bloke, and this fella in the crowd was like, everyone. I spoke to him, and everyone, "Hey!" And I went, "Why has he got such a big response?" And they start going, "He's the mayor. He's the mayor of Port Pirie." So I went, "Oh my God, that's brilliant." I said, "Can I have the key to the city?" Right? And this fella, he hasn't got the authority to do that. And I was like, "I want a key to the city." And he went, "If you want." And I went, "Brilliant. Can I come down tomorrow and you'll present?" And he went, "Yep." So I said, "All right, 1 o'clock." And I told the audience, I said to everyone in the audience, "Come down tomorrow to I think it was the local library. I'm getting
Yeah.
the key to the city." I turned up 1 o'clock. There, half the audience are there. The mayor, true to his word, comes out.
Go.
He had somebody's shed key. He just got an old shed key, and he put it on a ribbon, and he presented me with the so-called
That's
key to the
fantastic.
city. Now
Yeah.
here's the thing, right? That
Does it
was
get you into the
so what
smelters and all that? They've got big smelters in Port Pirie. They're famous
I
for.
can only dream of smelter access. I
Yes.
think it's um but the so I got that key. That was 2007. Now I have a microphone case, right, where I keep like all my microphone. I've got a pair of scissors, and I've got all just the stuff I need for the show, right? Now, in that, shortly after that, so my house, I got caught in this massive bush for the Black Saturday bushfires, destroyed my house. I lost everything I owned, right? Like literally
Yeah.
everything was
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah.
But because the night that the fires were happening, I was doing a show, this mic case survived, right? So the only so the only thing that I owned were the clothes I stood up in, my overnight bag, and this microphone case, which had the key to Port Pirie, the key to the city, was
Wow.
in that, was that
Yeah.
thing. So of all of the things that survived, so, and I've still got it. So
Yeah.
so this week, and I've got it with me, it's in the thing. So
It's,
I
it's
will be
now a
taking
family
that.
heirloom.
Yeah, I'll be taking that back. So when people
Oh,
go, so you lost everything you own in a bushfire, what survived? The key
yeah.
to the city of Port Pirie.
Port Pirie.
So
Oh,
yeah. So I'm looking
yeah.
Well,
forward. Oh, there we go. Somebody's
that,
just got
so,
my ticket.
so they've
Jamie.
just obviously filled up some of the front row there for you, mate. By the looks
There
of
Oh,
we
things.
go.
so
Massive
Jamie will
shout
be
there
in
to
the front
Jamie.
row.
Yeah,
You've
Yeah,
probably
but
got
I don't know if Jamie's a man or woman, but he or she, I
yeah,
noticed, just bought a ticket. Not two
yeah.
tickets, just
Just,
the one. So I
just
walk out there and Jamie is just sat there in the front. I'll see a single solitary person, man or woman. I'll
yeah.
walk out. Hello, Jamie. Hello. Yeah. All
Yes.
right, Jamie. I will give you a shout out from the stage tomorrow.
Jamie, there you
So
go.
there we go.
so I've got to talk to Jamie, and then what was the name of the Splashdown? Was it?
Splashdown. Yeah, if you
Splashdown.
look at YouTube after this, you'll be able to watch the ad of Splashdown back in the day. It's quite
Brilliant.
unimpressive, but that was, we all loved it as kids, so they'll all remember that.
Splashdown and Jamie, two things.
Yeah,
That'll give me to start with.
yeah,
Sounds
yeah.
good.
Excellent.
All right. Well, thank
Been a
you.
pleasure,
We
mate.
really appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, thank you.
No worries at
Yeah.
all. It's been an absolute pleasure. I will now press the button and disappear into the crematorium. Farewell.
Yes. All right. See you, Ross.
See
Bye.
you later.
All right. There we go. Ross Noble, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that's a beautiful surprise to have Ross join us on the King's birthday. He's not an Order of Australia, is he, Ross? I don't think, or Order of the UK or anything. Is he like a? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. No,
We should have asked
he's
him.
Mayor of Port Pirie now, so it turns out.
He's the honorary mayor of Port Pirie.
Yes, yeah, that's
Um,
right. Should we go to our next guest, Scotty?
We should, because that was we better move along. Do you want to bring on our next guest?
Yes, for
Introduce
sure.
them?
This next person, I had the pleasure many times having actually a breakfast show on Fresh FM. She is an author, an MC, a mother, a wife, all these things. She's got a book out called "Because Adulthood Shouldn't Be This Boring." Ladies and gentlemen, can you please welcome to the stage Shanelle Franklin?
Hello, Shanelle.
G'day. That's a
How
tough
are
act
you?
to follow. Ross Noble and Splashdown and Dazzeland. I might as well have just gone to bed, to be honest.
Yeah, he is a man that you'll kind of start winding up, and then it'll go for another 10 minutes. So thank you for being
I'm
patient.
loving
but
it. that
yeah.
is fine. It was a trip
Oh.
down memory lane, let's be honest. And I was just thinking about all these theme parks closing down. It's like that bloody movie that's all over Netflix. You know, the scary one with Freddy Fazbear.
Oh, yes,
Five Nights
yeah,
at
yeah.
Freddy's.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, you're totally right. Yeah, I can imagine.
So not
some of
only
the
are we
creepy ones
home
from
to
Dazzeland.
loads of serial killers, also these, Chernobyl style theme parks that are just gone, and now there's freaky bears walking everywhere. So we're
That's
a bit
Adelaide.
stuffed,
That's
aren't
Adelaide.
we?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine the bunyip from Murray Bridge is coming out at Cosmic
yeah.
Park, just like,
Yes.
Do you know I went to see that because my son loves the bunyip. He's nearly 8. Anyway, he's fascinated with it. So, of course, I'm thinking, I'll drive you down there, actually a lot further than I thought. So regretted it halfway to the trip. And he made me stand there and push the button, put whatever it is. And you've got to wait for cycles. So between Bertha, that's the bunyip's name, coming up and doing a big scary thing, coming down, you have to wait 5-10 minutes. So we're waiting. Then some other kid had come push, and I'm like, he wanted to push the button. Now we've got to wait 10 minutes. It's quite a thing.
Yeah. But that's the anticipation, isn't it? If it popped up every minute, you'd go,
you'd get, and the residents would get so shitty, they'd pull the plug on the thing. So, that's
that's like Grandpa. But
see ya.
Yeah. So tell us about your book. So it's because adulthood shouldn't be this boring. Is that right?
Yes, it is, Scotty. It's look, we struggle a bit as we get older, don't we? We lose our sense of fun and
Yeah.
humor when okay, it's fine if you're going to a comedy show. And comedy is one of those rare art forms, or probably the only art form, which you're only allowed one response. So you don't go to a comedy gig and sit there and say, geez, that joke moved me. Like, I can't believe how, like, just that was an incredible experience. You either laugh or you don't.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And if you
Yeah.
don't laugh, you feel like something's missing. You feel like you've been cheated somewhere in the matrix of comedy. You go to laugh and have that release. And I think as adults, as we kind of go along on our daily journeys, we don't actually learn to seek out joy and humor and fun things as often as we should. We reserve laughter as almost like a luxury now. And
Mm.
the beautiful gift of comedy is that we need it to get through hard stuff. If we only use comedy for the good stuff, we miss out on one of its greatest gifts. And
Oh,
that's to
totally
help
right.
us cope, connect, and carry on. And it's never to mock pain. I think comedians get a bit of a hard go with people saying, oh, they make jokes about really sensitive subjects, a bit like Ross was saying before with Michael Jackson, and his fans were really angry and wanted to beat him up with a glove. But it was all those kind of things where you go, it's not to mock the pain, but to help us carry it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if you
Yeah.
can't laugh, that's okay. Step back. If it's too raw and you're finding it's triggering for you, but ask
Yeah.
yourself where you sit in that, because if the joke is to help you carry the pain, there's a lightness in that.
Yeah.
So
Well, everybody always says too soon, right? Like there's a
yeah,
expiry date on that period where you just need to be thoughtful and you can't make any
and that's
jokes.
okay. Because if
Yeah.
it depends on, of course, the taste of the joke. I mean, I just watched the roast of what's his name? Not Kevin Hart.
Kevin
Is it
Hart, I
Kevin
believe.
Hart?
Yes. Yeah,
That's the
Kevin
one.
Hart. Yes.
They were ruthless. They were talking about her husband who had jumped off a shed and took his own life, and they were just roasting her about that.
Wow.
And she's laughing like this, and I'm going, it's not too far. I mean, that's just me, but it's where does it sit? And I think it's up to the interpretation of the person watching, and also the
Yeah.
person who, if you're allowed to step back from that, but also ask yourself where it sits. Is it to mock the pain? Because there's a big difference, I think. So
Yeah, definitely.
I wrote the book to essentially say that if we don't step out of these stress spirals that we're in big trouble.
Yeah.
On the inside in the nervous system, and things like laughter, particularly joy, playful fun, that is the way you tap out of that stress response. Stress is like a switch. 1 minute you're stressed, activated, and then laughter can literally change your mood in an instant, and you feel it. When you laugh about something, you are light, you are airy, you are smiling. It's hurting, but it's a good hurt, like your cheeks, things like that. And if we don't tap out of that stress response, we have this low grade stress going through us all the time, with things like, oh, I've got to get to work on time. And then all the stresses that come with work. People often walk up to the office doors and then dump their baggage, let's say, at the door, have the stressful day, and then come out, pick their baggage up and go home. Could be marital stress, could be a feral teenager, could be a foul little toddler who's not sleeping, all those things. Finances, petrol prices, we wear it heavy.
Yeah.
But if we don't, as adults, we tend to wait for joy to arrive. We understand our negative triggers, but we don't use joy in the same way. We have to kind of seek it out, like booking a ticket like Jamie did and going to Ross's show,
Yeah.
sitting in the front row, having a good old time. If we don't get these things happening in our life and activate them, they're just going to go by. And we
Yeah.
end up not tapping out of that stress. And that, unfortunately, pushes the buttons for genetic disease. Heart disease,
Right.
#1 killer. Mental health is one of the biggest problems of the 21st century. All these kind of doom and gloom things. But there is an antidote. And one of it is laughter and fun and joy and just having that lightness. And that quite literally taps you out of that stress response. Because if you look at the field of, I mean, it's a bit sciencey talk here, but I'll won't lay it on thick. But if you look at the field of epigenetics, it says that your emotions play a really big part in the downgrading or upgrading of your genes. So if you're stressed all the time, your genes get the green light and they make weaker, less healthier proteins. And that pushes the buttons for diseases. But if you tap out of that stress response, your genes also get the green light to make healthier proteins. So we need to, stress isn't a bad thing. We just need to tap out of it sometimes.
Yeah. I think having to make time to laugh, though, not a lot of people do that. And everybody's lives seem to be busier and busier all of the time. So how do you make time? How would you suggest that people actually do that? Do you have to carve out a window or
I think when you learn to make yourself a priority, because we if we want to make time, we will. Like we can make, if we sit back and go, I just don't have time. And I say to my kids all the time, if they turn around and say, I can't do something, I say, well, you can't. If you tell yourself you can't do something, then you can't. But if you say to yourself, I actually want to make my happiness a priority, then you will find the time. So we usually go out for dinner, a bunch of girlfriends and I, once every 3-4 months. And it was my turn to pick a restaurant. And I thought to myself, I'm going to do something a bit different. They might absolutely say no and throw their hands in the air and run away screaming, or they might embrace it. I booked us to go on a quad biking trip.
Oh, wow.
That was about 8 women on quad bikes. I tell you what, you've never seen anything so spectacular in your life. The dirt flickered up. They were life did not matter at all. They were in the present moment, no bloody phones, no, Mom, I need something, none of that, malarkey. They were off. It was lit. So we walked in there and one of the other girls said, we should get dressed up. So we put tattoos on and had flannelette shirts and thought we were just the nuts, right? So we got in there and this guy said, oh, what are you doing? Have you got a hen's night? I said, no. And then he said, oh, you must have is it some kind of birthday party? No. Well, why are you all dressed up? I said, just because. And he went, well, that's terrific. Good on you. Just fun. And we're a bit vulnerable in dress up because we're middle-aged going, we're doing this. And we just honestly just went mad on these quad bikes and we were covered in dirt. It was so much fun. And I think it was then that really was proof in the pudding of how much that reset the system rather than just going out for dinner and spending money on food and drink and being a little bit hungover. And then the next day, we've just done that before. Nice night, have chats, but we needed an experience. So I always say swaps, not shames. Don't shame yourself for not having enough time. What can you swap out? Does scrolling at night for 45 minutes constitute as a good use of time? If scrolling counted as rest, we'd be wildly refreshed by now.
Yeah.
But we're not.
Totally.
We're like little raccoons with iPhones, aren't we?
In saying that, sometimes the scrolling is de-stressful for me because, if you get into that point where, you're not having a great day, watching a guy get hit in the face with a discus just instantly cheers me up.
Your algorithm knows you, Big Al. That's why. There's pandas falling off shit.
Yeah,
There's
people getting hit in the
Ross
nuts.
Noble being whacked with gloves.
Instantly cheers me up. It's good
terrific.
Yeah.
Or have you, I think my algorithm's got me worked out. I really like when the grandmas swear and get really abusive. There's a few Italian ones that just, you have to swear on this.
I don't know.
No. We try to give it PG, but yes.
Okay. Well, they say F off in their beautiful accent and a few other colourful superlatives to describe a situation. I hope that's not going to be big.
Yes.
So, but it's just terrific. But things like that will. But the other thing, the algorithm has other ideas. So you think you're scrolling and looking at people being hit in the face with a discus, which is terrific. However, then the next thing, it might flash up something that makes you feel a bit shit about yourself.
Right.
As a woman, it might flash up with you need to spend more money on your skin to have less wrinkles. Otherwise, you're a shabby version of yourself. With guys, it could be erectile dysfunction pills. I don't know. So
I've got both of those, but it really depressed me.
yeah, sorry about that. So 1 minute you're cracking up, the next minute you're a bit sorry for yourself.
Yeah. I don't think it's working. I think I'm using the anti-wrinkle tablets instead. But look, it's
the placebo.
And you've also got a podcast, The Beautiful Nightmare, which won Best Comedy Podcast 2024 at the Podcast Awards.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah,
that was good fun. Well, we were nominated the first year. And we went to Sydney and we thought, this is fantastic. When you feel like you're going to win and you kind of half convince yourself this is great. So we sat there and we're holding each other's hands and they didn't call our name out. We went, oh, okay, we've just spent about $2,000 to get to Sydney and flights, accommodation, transfers, all the rest of it. Thank you, but okay, fair enough. So we'll have a good night on the champagne, which we did. The next year we were also nominated and invited to go. But of course, with these things, the ARIA is the same. You have to pay your own way. You get nominated, but the entry ticket's about $385 just to get in. That's flights, accommodation on top of that. So we thought, let's save the money. We won't win. Really just trying to be, real and whatever. So we were sat at home. My kids were outside on the trampoline. We had a cheap bottle of wine and a pizza from down the road, and we friggin' won. And we were screaming, and my kids are going, "What's happening?" I'm like, I just can't speak. We were just in this this sphere. It was like my granny flat out the back. It was the most moment that you wanted to just feel amazing, and we did, but we were at home with shitty wine and in my granny flat.
If you'd have gone, you probably wouldn't have won. So
that's what everyone said. So
treat them mean, keep them keen.
We can't make it. We're really busy, not doing much. So it was great. So that's another. That podcast essentially is the same kind of thing about comedy, being seeing the funny side of life. Really, it started off as motherhood, and then it just turned into ripping the piss out of most things, which is good. Otherwise, you need laughter, especially when things are tough. Because even you notice, many people that work in healthcare will tell you, if I don't laugh, I'll cry.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So that's
I really look, and you and I did a brekkie show and a few other bits and pieces on Fresh, which I absolutely enjoyed that moment. It was a lot of fun, and you did a bit of radio after that, and now you're MC. You do a lot of MC stuff, which I always kind of see you out and about and doing some great things. So it's great to see you smashing out, author, and great to you. Just getting out there and just doing things, you're a breath of fresh air. So, no, thank you.
Oh, that Big Al, I love you to bits for that, mate. And I tell you what, as a few things that I've done since then, nothing tops you and I on Fresh Breakfast.
Well, good
Some
duo.
of the greatest moments
duo.
we were great. And I'll tell you this, Scotty, because we were meant to start at 6, 6 till 9, the normal breakfast times. And Big Al would often roll in at 20 to 7. But I'd be there in the studio like this, and I'm thinking, where is he? Has he been run over? Has he slept in? What's happening?
Yeah, that's why we start at 9:30. I think that's pretty safe. Yeah.
PM, yeah. So I'd be there getting all the things, the anchor has to set all the things up. I see Big Al just kind of lightly jog past the studio windows, just smiling. I thought, I can't be mad. Look how adorable he is.
Yeah, that's right.
We don't know. I've just woken up in the forest of the dreams.
He's just woken up. He's just rolled in here in 2 seconds flat. But it was just any moment that you walked in was just pure happiness for me. And I wonder if, because I often think about this, if I'm ever in a bad mood or having a bit of a spiral, and I found this on my computer the other day when we had our moment where we couldn't go back on air for laughing so much. Do you remember what that was about?
I don't know what it was, but I do remember the yeah.
Banned
tell
for
you.
laughing.
Yeah.
Oh no, we couldn't catch breath to speak
Yeah.
again. We just threw a song on. We just went
That would have been great radio.
and put the song on. We did. We couldn't control ourselves. It was basically that we were early in the morning. Big Al was a little bit late. That was okay. It worked out to be a good marketing point by that. When's he coming in?
Yeah.
So we were told, you said to me, oh, I could have a coffee right now. I love a coffee. And you thought you'd have a cheeky little jab at me about what maybe I would order. You said, oh, you'd probably have a nice latte or a chai or something like that, wouldn't you? That'd sound about right coming from you. And I turned around without even thinking, so stupidly, and I said, no, nah, that's fine. I just like a normal tea bag.
Yeah.
And then you and I then we had the image. The image doesn't leave. So and we died a slow death on that morning. We just went, oh, put the music back on because we couldn't get a breath in for my stupidity. And I didn't even realise until about 10 seconds into just watching you laugh that I went, oh, I said that. Oh, teabag. Oh, I'm in trouble. And then the text line, because all these tradies listen to Fresh were like, so we were just, one of the greatest moments of my career was that. And it was with you, my friend. I wouldn't have it with anyone else.
I love it when people don't realise they've said something and I'm like,
that was me. You were so sharp, probably because you'd had that extra 40 minutes in bed.
Yeah.
That was it, but it was so much fun. It was so much fun.
Thank you for joining us, Shanelle, and thank you for being patient, hanging in there.
Any time it was funny just listening to Ross. And then the cuttlefish. I hope they show up for him. I really hope they do.
I know. Yeah,
we make such an effort to book a show based around cuttlefish, and the bastards don't show up.
All right.
Dear.
Thank you for joining us, and
thank you for having me.
Come back again sometime.
I'd love to. Thanks so much, guys.
Thanks, Shanelle.
Right.
Keep up the good work.
Yes.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, all right, mate. What should we do next? We've got our next guest lined up, but should we do a quick
would you like to
round
guess
of
the marketplace price, Scotty?
Yeah, actually, should we have our guest on first? Because last time Chelsea was on, she played this with us, and she might like to do that again.
Okay, that sounds great. Let's do it. Yes, sounds good.
But hang on. First, let's do a quick picture this, because a few people have sent them in this week.
Sure.
So have you got a bit of music?
Yes, we certainly do. Just a little bit of music. It's picture this. No, that's the wrong one. I put that in because I couldn't find in time our actual. Here we go, Scotty. This might be the guy. Picture this. Has it worked?
Yeah, that worked. I could hear that. That was good.
Okay, there we go. I couldn't, which is always good.
So the way this works is you can email in your pictures to adelaidetonight@gmail.com. They can be photos, drawings, funny things you've seen, anything, just pictures, and we will share them here on the show. So here's something that Tim sent in. I don't know why, but they're always along these lines, but let's have a look. I don't know what that is. Boneless stuffed butthole. Thank you, Tim. We've been trying to keep the show classy, but people don't help us.
No, because all the ones I've taken are also, so yeah.
Yeah. Sharon sent this one. We were talking about old board game, the front of old board games, and how a lot of the people on the front of old board games look kind of dodgy. So Sharon sent us this one. This is an old board game called Skirrid. And look at this guy there. Although the
He's trying to
ladies
win his
love him.
wife back. He's trying to win his wife
Yeah.
back. By the looks of
Is
things.
that what's going on there? Yeah. So thank you, Sharon.
don't
That's
know
a
what
really
Skirrid
spooky
is.
picture.
Yeah, I've never seen Skirrid. What's this?
No, never heard of Skirrid.
Maybe he's asking for the daughter's hand in marriage. It's like, please win, please win.
And what are they playing with? Tim Tams? Is that the way it works?
Yeah, I don't know. They look delicious.
Yeah. So there you go. What else? What's this? Jason sent this.
Oh,
there you
no.
Pickle me Elmo. Thank you, Jason, for sharing that with us.
Is it a tickle? I see what they've done there.
Wayne. Have you seen that video of what's his name? Larry David went over and punched Elmo. Have you seen that? He was on the Today Show in America, and Elmo was, telling the kids how to, giving them advice, and he walked over and punched him in the head. Yeah, Larry David. Wayne sent this one. That's the Let's Have Music books. Do you remember those?
No. Is it for
Your school didn't have them?
Ashton Scholastics style? Yeah, right.
This was Let's Have Music. I think Peter Coombe was telling us that he was the host of this show, but we used to sing in class, and you'd have to open up the book, and so thank you, Wayne. If anybody else remembers Let's Have Music, you can message in, comment underneath. I'm surprised you don't remember.
We had a teacher called Mrs. Campbell, and she'd bring her acoustic guitar in, and she made her own little school book ups for us. Yeah, probably copied and pasted from here, but look, it's.
Oh right, no, I went to school in Salisbury, so my teacher just used to light a cigarette and chuck the tape in and go, "There you go, kids," and have a ciggy break.
Have a bloody health hustle, mate. It's,
Yeah, a bit of health hustle. If you remember that, chuck a comment in underneath if you remember your favourite Let's Have Music song. Should we have one more?
Yeah, for sure, mate. You got it there.
Jimmy Barnes. I don't know what he's up to with Henry the Octopus there.
Yeah, it's the Wiggles octopus, but
What's that, a paparazzi shot by the looks?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure, but he's just playing him like a bagpipe, which is quite funny. But
that's from Kelly. Thank you, Kelly.
It's a tentacle.
Yeah, what's that? His Bucks show or something? I don't know what's going on there. So there you go. Picture this. Please do email us adelaidetonight@gmail.com. All right, let's bring on our next guest, shall we?
Ladies and gentlemen, very special guest. We were talking about Fresh FM just before, and the new staff of Fresh FM, who will do way better than I ever did. Can you please welcome?
This is the winner. This is the winner of the Generation Fresh competition, right? This week, Chelsea Finlayson.
Hello. How are we, guys?
Hey, Chelsea.
Good.
Yeah, congratulations on getting the gig. So what does it entail? So you get your own kind of show or your little segment on the show? Or?
So they go and put me through radio school, which is awesome. I get to do the masterclass in November, and then I get my own show every Saturday for 3 hours, and I am praying it is not the morning slot.
Fantastic.
So
do you know when it is, when you'll be on yet? Do you know what slot?
so I have a meeting with them on Wednesday just to go over timelines, what they want me to do as well. I've got a heap of content ideas, so I'll just be going through and cutting back. There'll be a Facebook marketplace segment, so we can send each other the pictures for the week. So
that would be great. Liam Stapleton and myself did Saturday mornings for quite a few years. So it's a good time slot, if you did it. So, I think it was supposed to be 6, but we made it 7 o'clock. And so
that will probably be me. I'll be honest. When I was
7
having
to
a
9.
giggle before,
It'd be fun.
listening to you being late for the morning show, because I was very much the same when we went in there for my hour. They're like, oh, yeah, so get to the studio at 6:45 now. Being completely honest with you, I start work at 8:30 in the morning and it's in the city on North Terrace. I do not get out of bed until 7:45, chuck on whatever is nearby, get in the car and fucking pray I get there.
So big note yourself here. How many contestants were there that you had to beat in this competition?
So there was I think it was about 450 entrants to the competition. And then they got it down to a top 15, which that was the voting segment. So I actually used my lunch break to go run down. I was dragging people off Rundle Mall, explaining the competition really briefly and then saying, would you vote for me? Got all the videos clipped up and posted that as well, just to try and boost whatever votes I got. So did that, got through the top 10, and then we did the top 5, which is where you have an hour on the radio. And it was judged by Emma G from SAFM, who does the breakfast show. So that was pretty cool to meet her as well. But it was pretty funny. I didn't expect to win because when we walked in, there was a duo team as well that was in the top 5. I walked in, they had 2 winning sashes saying the number 1 winner. So straight away I went, yep, cool, they've won. Like, I'm just happy to be here, going to be happy for them. It's all cool. And then we go into the studio and they announce my name and they actually clip the part in the video, but I'm clapping for a solid 2 seconds before you hear me go, wait, did you say Chelsea? So I was very, very happy with that. And then again, they'd get me onto the radio and say, so how are you feeling? And I could not get any words out and just ended up saying, you sure you guys want to give me the show? I'm clearly not, I can't get anything out right now, but it was pretty good.
Yeah. So is this something that you've always wanted to do, get into radio?
Definitely been on the radar. I want to say the last 2 years. When I started thinking about comedy, I started thinking about what else I could do. And it was funny, Jason Pestle actually sent me the link saying, yep, you should do this. And I will be forever grateful for that man. I owe him a beer next time I see him because he'd heard me yapping about it for the last few months at Rhino Room going, no, I really want to do radio. And then I just saw this kind of, I didn't have too high expectations, just kind of sent it and hope for the best. And yeah, it's worked out pretty well. So I'll take that.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
No, that's great. No, you'll actually have a lot of fun, and you do wonders. It's I absolutely enjoyed. God, my 20 odd years there at Fresh. Yeah. Before they realised I had a show, and then they kicked me off. But no.
I remember you were telling me some funny stories in the last time we were on showcase together.
Yeah.
Did they have to change the locks? Did they, mate?
Yeah, I think I've still got a pass. I think it still works.
Have you?
We'll see how we go. Yeah.
Did they not tell you about the massive poster when you walk in that says "Big Hours Not Allowed"? Like,
they still up, are they?
I'll send you a photo next time I'm in.
Yeah, it was.
Now, do you want to hang around? We're going to do. What's your segment called, mate?
Guess the marketplace price. I should do a jingle for this, but
yes, I love the LED one you put together originally.
Yeah, you've stopped there. You mastered the jingle, and then you haven't done any more.
And then I've that look, it wasn't my proudest moment, but we'll get better.
All right. Well, Chelsea, would you like to join us for Guess the Marketplace price?
I would love to.
All right.
Lovely.
Well, let's do that. Oh, hang on.
Here we go. Look,
play your little song.
Here we go. It's
No, my cat's trying to dive.
Just the marketplace price. What's it gonna be? Yeah.
It's a slick show, Chelsea.
Yeah.
I love it.
We're
So
doing all the
roles.
things you will not hear on Chelsea's show.
That's right.
So, that's right.
What do you mean?
So this is Guess the Marketplace price. Now, all you need to do is just Leah, let me know. We've got this one here, which is a Finks cat clothing, because everyone doesn't know what the Finks is. It's a hairless cat. So you pat it, and it's kind of like
Is that like a Hugh Hefner dressing gown for a old cat?
You know how you
Well,
could
it could be
avoid
chasing the
having
white rabbit. You never know. So this one here is anywhere between $30 and $70, all even priced as well. So no odd numbers to help you guys out. So what would you like to go, Scotty?
I'll go $50.
Mate, already a winner.
very
Dude,
awesome.
$50. That's not
1
including the
point to
cat,
me.
it turns out. So, yes. So,
Just for the dressing gown.
it's an extra.
I
They're
was
very
gonna-
expensive, those cats. I reckon that's probably an extra grand for the cat.
I was going to say the cat as well. The whole way that you could avoid having to buy a dressing gown for the cat is to just get one that has fur in the first place. But
Yes. So you save yourself a bit of money.
Yeah, that's right.
And,
Yeah.
you know, so I was going to say save grooming, but you don't groom cats, do you? That's more of a dog thing.
nah, they've got that covered.
So I won't say that.
Yeah. Well, you might have to Vaseline this one up. To
What?
be honest. You might
What'd
have to
you say?
Vaseline this one up, or
Vaseline it up.
Well, I think you have to put certain like moisturizer and.
Do you?
look,
Is
I'm
that
just
is that what
thinking
you
out
said
loud.
when you were caught?
Here we go. Okay, this one here, it's a Penfolds 1995 Grange bottle, empty. So if you want to know what smell of success is, it is an empty bottle.
An empty bottle.
An empty bottle. Hopefully they haven't rinsed it, so you can just smell
Wow.
like, what it would
What's
be if you just worked that little bit harder, Scotty.
That's going to be 10 cents, isn't it?
No, mate, this one here is
Chelsea gets first guess this time.
yes, anywhere between $20 and $60 for an empty.
The confidence that someone has to put up an
I
empty
know,
bottle
it's
of
crazy,
wine.
isn't it? It is crazy.
Oh,
It's empty. But you put it on the shelf and you can pretend that you've drank it in front of your friends.
Or fill it
I'm
with
gonna
Ribena and sell it
perfect.
on at a
Yeah.
higher price.
I'm going to say 45.
Ooh, a little bit lower. A little bit lower than 45.
35.
A little bit higher than 35.
40. Please tell me no one's bought
40.
this for $40.
There we
40.
go.
It's always a round
40
number,
bucks.
isn't it? Yeah.
It was
Well
around
done.
that's easier.
Criminal.
$40. That one is still up for sale. But this one here
Can't
is,
imagine why.
Happy horse in the park.
yes, Happy Horse in the Park. And I'm not quite sure, Scotty, if this is the same horse from the Never-Ending Story.
Never ending story, yeah.
So if you overwater it, the horse disappears. So I think
Yes.
that's what it is. So it's a bit of an indicator not to.
Gives you
Overwater.
nightmares forever. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it really does. This one here, let me just give you a hint. It's less than the bottle of Grange, which I'm surprised because that pot plant looks amazing. But this is anywhere between $10 and $40, Scotty.
Well, it's less than 40.
Yes.
So it's 25.
Mate, you are on the knocker.
Nice.
Can we say that in a PG? Anyway,
well done.
yeah, there we go. $25, mate. $25.
25 bucks.
That pot plant would be $25.
Yeah, that's a bargain.
Yeah,
That's a
it says
bargain.
Bonzo, but I reckon they've just ripped off some. That looks like just they've just ripped Mum's money tree off. To be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
Put a rock and a horse.
You
A
could squash
rock and
that
horse.
into
There we
the
go.
bottle of the Grange bottle. And that would be a nice
could.
little
Good.
museum piece for your
Yes.
mantelpiece.
Cranium.
Yeah.
Look, we've got this one here, which is.
Oh,
That's, that's
sorry.
book.
I just
probably
felt,
should-
I just panicked then.
Taken off YouTube
What's
and
that book
boys.
called, Big Al? For those listening.
Yeah, sun salutation anus. It's the anal solar absorption to alleviate body and spirit. And
Right. So it's like yoga.
but for your
yeah.
bunghole.
Yeah. Right. Ah.
Oh,
it's
what
yoga.
is the range for this one? I'm
But
so
this one
intrigued.
here, this one here is anywhere between $15 and $40 for this one here. And it's supposed to, if you get sunlight onto the bunghole, it will give you energy like you've never had before.
Right,
Like,
right.
reaching
And
into
why
that third eye.
And why are you selling it on, mate?
Yes.
Brilliant work. Brilliant work.
It was no sunlight goes where there.
Right.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So what do we have a range?
Yes, anywhere between 15 and 40 for this one here. Chelsea, have you got an idea of this one is still for sale? Who would have thought? Get this, and the you could get this and the bottle of Grange and
The bonsai tree.
Wow, yeah,
The bonsai tree.
All for
There we
under
go.
$100.
Yeah, that's right. Like, it's the gift that keeps on giving.
I want to
and,
go surely $20.
no, it's a little bit higher than $20. A little bit higher than $20.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'd
An
say
esteemed
that's
author.
$40.
Less than 40. So if someone says the sun doesn't shine out, well, we've got a book. Show it does.
Yes, we have
And it
proof.
shines in as well.
There's photographic evidence on the cover.
So it's not 25. It's higher than 25. It's lower than 40. Chelsea.
30.
$30. Yes, correct.
Hang on.
$30 for a little bit of eclipse of the heart.
I'm just imagining scrolling through Facebook Marketplace.
Little ray of
'cause I always have a look at the
sunshine
sellers.
is coming to the world. Sorry?
I always have a look at the sellers and like the pictures and everything, like their ratings. So I can just imagine like you've seen who's put that up.
Yeah,
Imagine if it was
yeah.
someone you knew. Like it was just like the lovely corner shop lady who's like in her 60s, just sitting there and she's selling her personal books. That's insane.
We did say it was from Paraffin Gardens, so I did have to question because Mum and Dad are from Paraffin Gardens, so I just had to
Getting up to some new hobbies.
Yeah, unless they're doing walker, yoga, because they're old now.
Imagine seeing that poking over the top of the fence. You'd be like, what's going on over there?
Well, it's the last time you look over, let me just say.
Yeah.
It's you and your drone. Yeah. It's the last time you put a drone over my house, that's for sure.
Yeah. Moon's coming up early tonight.
You may not know this character, but Scotty definitely would.
Captain Caveman.
And Son.
Yes, and Son. That was in the later.
Son. Just Captain Caveman. Just was a bachelor, to be honest. The Son kind of ruined it.
And I believe his catchphrase, probably inappropriate these days, but was Unga Bunga.
Yes, that's right. Yes, yeah. And he'd be like, and he would just. Was he like a? It was a bit like a Masters of the Universe, wasn't he? When he'd put the club in and get special powers, and
he'd go around solving crimes with some teenagers. Yeah,
it was like Columbo had let himself go. It was, you mind if I ask you a couple of questions? It's but this one here is anywhere between 30 and 50. Scotty,
30 and 50, really?
Yeah, no, it's pretty good actually. You wouldn't mind getting this.
40 again? 40 seems to be about the.
You are on bloody.
A lot on Marketplace is about 40. Yeah. What the?
Oh, that's
what are you trying to do to people? They're about to go to bed.
It plays symbols, it glares, showing its teeth, and chattering. This is one of the most scariest things I've ever seen. I'm not quite sure.
I kind of want it.
It says WTS musical Jolly Chimp. I thought it said WTF.
Oh yeah,
Jolly Chimp, which would be more.
It should be more the right. Wait a second. Corey, he popped out in multiple Flintstone episodes. That's for
who? This monkey?
Oh
no, Captain Caveman.
Caveman as well. So yes. So this one here is.
Thanks, Corey.
Anywhere between $30 and $70.
I'm gonna go high and $60.
My God, like this is
really
correct.
Oh, we're getting
correct.
Good at this.
$60.
Amazing.
$60.
Can you message the seller for me? I kind of want him.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I will. I'll make sure that
he's pretty cool.
I don't know if it's a wind up or
when you've got people round for dinner and you want to get rid of them, get the WTF musical Jolly Chimp out and you're sorted.
He kind of reminds me of those the fish on the walls that used to sing like "Here's a little song
Yeah,
I
that's
wrote." Like that's kind of
Yeah.
Well, I
That's
reckon I
right.
could put that in the the cat the cat pram that I have. I reckon that would be
Oh, yeah.
a bit of fun. No, that was it. That was it. That was the last
that's
one.
it.
That was
Oh,
that
very
was last
good.
week. So,
Yes.
not massive. But probably should have said that was the last one before, and I didn't.
So
know.
who was the winner?
That would be
Was it a
Chelsea,
draw?
I believe. Yes, there we go. Yeah,
Chelsea. Well done.
Very
congratulations.
nice. I'm on a
That's-
roll at the moment. Hey guys.
You're on a roll. Things
I'm gonna
coming
get a lotto ticket
freeze.
next.
Yes.
You should. You definitely should buy a lotto ticket.
Yeah, Triple
So,
J next. So that's what happens.
Yeah.
It'll be
And
good,
don't
it'll be
forget
good.
us
I
now that
actually-
you're going to be a big star, Chelsea. Don't forget that, we're here, bumming around on YouTube.
Hey, I can't wait to get a YouTube channel up. I actually found a video the other day, which is my first ever YouTube video when I was 12, and
Oh wow.
wow, it was interesting. I had about 16 necklaces on. I sound so high pitch, and it's very interesting. It's I might actually post it one day because the contrast
Yeah.
between the two Chelseas
That's crazy.
is interesting.
Yeah. Same outfit as Big Al doing his Mr. T impression, which we can't show anybody, I'm afraid.
I will pay next time I see you guys. I might need to try and see you.
I'm joking. To the best of my knowledge, Big Al has never done a Mr. T impression ever.
Never.
Never.
Yeah, and I pity the fool who does one, to be honest. So,
Nice. Well,
good.
I do. I really appreciate you guys gaming on tonight as well and letting me talk again, like always. But hopefully, I will be able to get you guys on the radio, and you can come back in the fresh and see the big poster that says "No Big Al." So
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will. I will choose another name.
Yeah, wear your mullet wig
and Scott John. It'll be.
I love it. Well, boys, you have a lovely week. I'll definitely chat to you guys
right.
soon.
Cheers.
Cheers, Chelsea.
Thank you, Chelsea.
See ya.
Bye. There we go.
Scotty.
Chelsea. I should probably chuck one of these. Just makes it a bit more professional, mate. There we go.
Chelsea, when she does her show on Saturdays on the Fresh FM. Now, we've had a couple of messages. We've got this one here from Hookstagram. Now, he actually went to the
Dazzle Lane or Dazzle Land?
No, he did collect it.
That land.
So,
Thank
yes.
you.
So he actually was at the opening night of what a night.
Dazzle Land. Oh,
Could you imagine the caliber of celebrities from Adelaide that would have actually have been there? Yeah. And of course we've got Corey, who we mentioned to Ross Noble, and I'd be nervous too following Ross Noble's Splashdown and Dazzeland too. So what a great
Corey's an expert on Dazzeland.
Yeah, right.
Actually,
he really is. He's he's the one to go to with that kind of stuff. So look, of course, if you
if anybody does go and see Ross Noble tomorrow night, by the way,
yes.
Please report back and let us know whether he does mention Splashdown and what was the other?
James. I think it was James.
Yeah, Jamie.
Jamie who got the ticket.
Oh, just got. Yeah. I thought he got another ticket, but no, he just got his.
Well,
he's from earlier.
There we go. He's got another one. He's got another one.
Another one.
He's filled up
He's filled up the front row.
Another one as well. Fantastic. Getting all these tickets.
Done.
Amazing. So good. So good.
Well, that was a fun show.
Yes, no, it was. It was fantastic. Thank you very much, Mr. Scotty. It is a good night from me. And that's someone else's ending. But no, it's a big.
They're not using it anymore.
What about the wheel, Scotty?
Yes, we haven't done the wheel.
We haven't done
I always
the wheel.
forget the wheel.
Yeah, look,
Right.
We did have someone teeing up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if Mum's still awake. Hopefully she's.
We're going to do your mum?
Hopefully.
Hello.
Hello. Is that Shirley Edwards there?
Shirley.
Yes, sir.
Lovely. Well, I believe you are a mum of one of the people here.
One of the co-hosts.
Yes.
Hello, Shirley. How are you?
I'm pretty good, Scott. And yourself?
Yeah, good. Good to talk to you.
Thank you.
Now, I know you were just coming along and just going, oh, look, what's he going to grow up and be? Oh, yeah, a YouTube guy. Yes. Hey, Mum, you've got a chance to win that $100 I borrowed from you. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
But let's. Are you? Is there a particular number that we've got this theme tune? Here we go. It's time for Adelaide's favourite game. It's Misfortune. There we go. There was 10 of your sons there.
Okay.
So, now, is there a particular number you'd like? I thought maybe 24 being your day of birth.
Day of birth.
Okay.
Yes, that'd be lovely.
Would you like a
24?
big spin? It's like the chocolate wheel, Mum, at the casino. You're very familiar with that, aren't you? But would you like me to do a big spin?
Yes,
Big
please.
Here we
spin
go.
or a little spin?
Or whatever you want to do.
Here we go. It's going to be a big spin. Let's get that Mum, almost
The
had it.
anticipation. Oh, what's that? 18?
It is 18. So, Mum, congratulations. You have just won this beautiful bottle of ice spray, which is going to go great for your arthritis.
Wow.
It's going to be wonderful. It'll,
Ice spray.
It's going to be, so I'll drop that
What
off.
is that, like deodorant, is it?
No, it is freezes pain instantly. It's fast cooling relief
Oh,
for pain.
that's what Dad needs.
Yes, sports injuries, sprains, and anytime he gets a slap across the head from Mum. So,
Right.
it's rid of
There
all
you
those
go.
pains and ailments
Now-
as well. So, congratulations there, Shirley Edwards.
Thank you very much, boys.
Thank you, Shirley.
There we
And
go.
Thank you very much.
and thank you
So,
for sitting up till 11 at night for us to give you
Oh,
a
that's right. Great
bottle of
show, boys.
Oh,
Oh,
thank
thank
you.
you.
Yeah, thank you.
you.
There's
Yeah, very
there's
great.
another $50. But
All right, that was Wheel of Misfortune. And if you'd like to join Wheel of Misfortune,
yes,
just send an email to us with Wheel of Misfortune as the title. And we do need your, where's the email address? There it is, adelaidetonight@gmail.com.
Perfect.
And we just need your phone number so that Big Al can call you live on air. And you could win $100, a $100 voucher. Could be you. There you go.
and I think Corey could be right. You
Grounded
haven't grounded for a week for calling Mum out by name. So
There you go.
in saying that, she did once get me taken off air on Fresh because she swore
Right.
in a breakfast show. So yeah.
Yeah.
Well, good times. Good times.
Blame Mum. Right.
Yeah. I'll play you the clip one day. I'll have to cut out the
Yeah.
swearing. Oh,
Yeah,
foul
no,
mouth.
bring it on. All right, mate. Well, thank you for
thank you.
another great week. And thank you to our guests, Ross Noble, Chelsea Finlayson, and Shanelle
Shanelle Franklin.
Thank you. Thank you all for coming on. And thank you
And my
for
mum, of
watching.
course.
And Big Al's mum, Shirley. Thank you, Shirley. If you'd like to chuck a couple of bucks our way, please do. buymeacoffee.com/Adelaide tonight and help us put this show together. We're
Awesome.
on every Monday. Thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe once you log out of the show. All right.
That's all the people laughing afterwards.
Oh, all right. See you all smooth.